Good afternoon and welcome to Muskegon Rotary and happy Halloween. My name is Tim Arter. Did somebody say boo out there? My name is Tim Arter and I have the pleasure of serving as your president this year. Today's program will be a presentation on Hispanic Heritage Month. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a reflection by Kathy Moore. We will recite the four-way test at the end of the meeting. We will have one Paul Harris Award today. So at this time, let's say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Taking a moment to feel grateful brings our focus to what we have, not just what we want. Gratitude shifts attention to the small, often overlooked aspects of life. A conversation with a friend, a moment of peace, or even just the ability to start anew each day. These reminders anchor us, helping us feel connected and content. By recognizing these moments, we create space for joy and fulfillment, no matter what's happening around us. Gratefulness cultivates resilience and inspires compassion, reminding us that even amid challenges, there's something in every day. There's something in every day worth appreciating. Thank you.
So at this time, we can turn to your tables, and we'll start after lunch in a little while. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to call on Mike Vogus to show a video for us on Harvest Fest.
Hello, everybody. As you can see, that was the Harvest Fest event last Thursday that most of us were able to enjoy. And I just wanted to give a little recap and just say thank you so much to everyone who volunteered, attended, and sponsored this year's Harvest Fest. A special thank you to the festival committee who went above and beyond to make this event such a great success. A couple other things. We had over 250 attendees, which I was super excited about. That includes volunteers and guests. There was 32 silent auction items. Stephanie, I don't know if she's here, but she killed it in getting silent auction items this year. And we raised over $4,000 just with the silent auction. The food was great. I see Jamie here. The Sim did an amazing job. And the signature drink was on point. Who tried the signature drink? Everybody loved that. It was so awesome. Very, very good. From this event, we are going to be donating $3,500 to Baker College and the Culinary Students Scholarship Fund, as well as the Rotaract Club. We're really excited about that. And we are still working through some of those numbers so that we find out the total amount brought in, but I think you guys are going to be really happy with it. We did a really good job. So thanks everybody for participating and supporting this event. We'll get next year's date out soon.
Thanks, Carla. Great job by the committee, and Carla headed up a lot of the activities that we did to make that come off. So at this time, Rotarians with guests and visiting Rotarians, please come forward to introduce your guest today.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Susan Crane, and some of you may recognize Chad Lowy standing next to me, a former Rotarian of our club, and is interested in coming back. His company is WP Harbor, and they manage hundreds of websites and do management of web development, search optimization. They take care of web stuff for hospitals, manufacturing, nonprofits, and so on. What you might not know about Chad is he and his girlfriend, now wife, sailed away for a couple of years from anywhere from Ozarks.
Yeah, sure. Azores, Florida, Bahamas.
And then they came back and had a couple kids, and then they left again in a sailboat for a while and a camper. So they're finally coming back to West Michigan, and
Nowhere
Chad.
better. Great Lakes is where it's at.
Chad would love to join our club again. So welcome, Chad, again.
Good afternoon, everybody. Pete DeBoer. I am here with Miranda Klemp. Miranda is a lead Muskegon member. She is a new member at the Muskegon Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce, new staffer there. And she's also... we had this down, incoming VP of our JC Club here in Muskegon as well. So welcome, Miranda.
Thank you. All right, there you go. Melissa Moore with Reed Muskegon, and my guest today is Shay Ross, who is the program director at Reed Muskegon. And all I really want to say about her is everybody should hope to have somebody as amazing to work with as Shay, because I get to stand up here and take a lot of the credit for what we do, but she's the one who makes it all happen.
Hi, Emily Morgenstern, and I have Sarah Barco here with me. She's the CEO of True Self Consulting. Sorry, I got two organizations mixed up. True Self Consulting, which focuses on business marketing relationships.
It's me again. I have my new friend here, Ravel Bauman, who is new to the community. He's with Unity Counseling, a Michigan-based mental health practice with offices in Muskegon, Grand Rapids, and Alpena. He's the marketing specialist there, and he loves what he does. So check with him.
Hello, Muskegon Rotary. I have two presenters with me today. We have Miss Anna Olson and Miss Angelita Valdez. I won't say too much because you're going to learn all about them shortly, in just a few more minutes. But we have Anna Olson. She is owner of Los Amigos, and Angelita Valdez, Services of Hope.
Hi, everyone. I'm Heidi Seitzma, and I have my Community Foundation colleague, Deanna Giles, with me today. She has been with us for about 2 years, started in our scholarship program, and has moved up to being our Community Investment Officer. And she grew up in Hart, has lived in Grand Rapids, and just actually moved into Muskegon County. So welcome to Deanna.
Hi, everyone. Kendra Robinson here. I have Mr. Evan Ewing here, good friend of mine. He's a resident here of 29 years, served in our U.S. Navy. He worked at Howmet for 18 years, just retired in 2018.
Correct.
All right. He's an avid Chicago Bears fan.
Forgive me.
He has a very quirky personality, and he is, of course, interested in Rotary. So thank you for having us. I'm being with us today, Evan.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Rotary. Marty Seitzma here. All right, I want you to think way back. You're out trick-or-treating and you show up at a house and they're giving away full-size candy bars. All right, so you're that excited. Now kick it up but a factor of 10 because we got students here from Career Tech Center. To introduce two of the students is Becky Molesky. She is a teacher consultant.
All right. Well, all right, I'm going to just really briefly talk about Career Tech Center. That's all right? Yeah, okay. All right, CTC currently has 864 students attending for 2.5 hours a day. These students are from 21 Muskegon County schools, including public, private, and homeschools. We have 17 different programs which focus on a variety of trades, health services, and more. Our newest program is the Teacher Academy, and are working towards adding more programs that match industry trends. All 17 programs offer college credit and credentials. Last year, Muskegon County CTC students earned 1,063 different credentials, and 70 students had paid or non-paid internships. CTC provides Muskegon County students an opportunity to experience a specific field, learn transferable employability skills, interact with peers from different schools, earn college credit, and work for pay while earning their high school diploma. First, I would like to introduce Cooper Mallory, and he is an awesome student.
Alrighty. So my name is Cooper Mallory. I'm a senior at North Muskegon High School, and I am in the Machining and Engineering Technology program at the Career Tech Center. And one accomplishment I made at the Tech Center that I just wanted to share with you guys was last year we completed in the mites competition, and I got first in my division with a putter that I made in my machining class. And then I also just wanted to share my future plans. I applied to Purdue and Michigan Tech, and I plan to study mechanical engineering in college.
Hello, everybody. I'm Caden Kroll. I go to Fruitport High School. I'm a senior. There you go. At the CTC, I take hospitality and food management. Something I want to get into is the food industry. I won't necessarily need college, so I don't know about that yet. But one of my biggest accomplishments with the CTC is going to ProStart, which is a competition where I sat in a room like this with all these tables, and we set up a table for 3 different events, but it was just one table. We made 3 menus, and we got 4th place, and it was like $1,000 scholarship to Michigan State. And then the other students that did the other competitions like nutrition, pasta, and knife skills, they won place 1st, 3rd, and then they got rewards as well.
At this time, I'll call upon Contessa Alexander to come forward with today's program.
Hello again. I'm Contessa Alexander, your co-chair for your DEI committee here in Muskegon Rotary Club. And I have the absolute pleasure of introducing 2 amazing women who are doing so much in our community. So first up is Miss Angelita Valdez. Angelita Valdez is a behavioral health therapist and CEO of Services of Hope in downtown Muskegon, providing bilingual therapy, substance abuse counseling, and play therapy for families and children. A Michigan State University alumna, she earned her bachelor's in social work with Chicano and Latino studies specialization in 2005 and a master's in social work in 2006. Angelita actively supports the community, serving as board president for Centro de Esperanza and Latinos Working for the Future, a trustee for Community Foundation for Muskegon County, and an advisory member of Public Health Advisory Committee. Appointed by Governor Gretchen Whitmer in March 2022, Angelita is also a commissioner on Michigan's Hispanic Latino Commission, the state's oldest ethnic commission. I also have a pleasure of introducing Anna Olson. Anna is the treasurer of Latinos Working for the Future and serves on various boards throughout the city, such as the Poppin Program Advisory Board, shout out to Poppin's program, and the Business Equity Initiative, which strives to assist small businesses, particularly initiated by women of color in need of startup support, seed money, or gap funding. Ana is the owner of Los Amigos Bar and Grill and will have her second restaurant location opening in North Muskegon in 2024. Help us welcome Ana and Angelita.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Angelita Valdez. Good afternoon, my name is Angelita Valdez, and we are here representing two different nonprofit organizations here in Muskegon County. To say that we love our community is an understatement. Anna and I, respectively, sit on many boards. We've done a lot of initiatives throughout Muskegon, and this is our home. And so we're excited to have been able to be called upon today to tell you a little bit more about our culture as well as Hispanic Heritage Month. We actually are past Hispanic Heritage Month, and we want to thank you for bringing awareness of our community here in Muskegon County. Hispanic Heritage Month is September 15th through October 15th, and you might wonder, why do we have a whole month and why is it those respective dates? That is because Latin America or Central America, all of the Latin communities have over 20 different countries. And so many of us speak Spanish from Spain, or we speak different dialects, but also we have many neighbors, such as folks that live in Brazil that speak Portuguese. And so to lump us in a clump doesn't work out so well because we all have our individual respective needs. We're here to talk a little bit today about our community in terms of what's happening in the state of Michigan, but then most importantly, what's happening here in Muskegon County. I'm ready for you, Mike. So one of the organizations that we'd like to talk about today is Centro de Esperanza, or Center of Hope. It's one of the newest nonprofit organizations here in Muskegon County, and the mission is to reduce barriers in our community by connecting individuals and families with supportive services. What does that mean? Centro de Esperanza is a center of hope. We want to give resources that are accessible to non-English speakers as well as the ALICE population. There's a lot of times where we have lots of organizations and those folks don't go to those organizations because of fear of maybe bus transportation, or folks that don't look like them or don't represent their communities. And so we have created 4 different pillars within that nonprofit organization. Again, the first one is a center. We want to make sure that we are giving information and resources, not reinventing the wheel, but promoting all of your organizations within the county. And so we invite your organizations and agencies to connect with us so that way we can either help to translate those documents that you have and to give the services that you provide. We also have a pillar of language access. Muskegon County as a whole doesn't have a language access plan, and we want to help with that. We want to be able to make sure that all of our constituents here in Muskegon County have representation and they have information available in the respective language. What does that mean for you as an agency or a city official? That means for any documentation or meetings that you have, we're able to provide translation services and interpretation services. It's not just for the consumers that need the information, it's also for you as an agency and a business. We've all committed to DEI here in Muskegon County, and we want to be able to help you bring that to the forefront by translating your documents, by being able to come and do translation services and interpretation on the spot at some of your meetings. For those of you that work in respective factories that have a lot of non-English speakers, we want to come to your staff meetings. We want to come to a hiring event for you to help you with that language. There are over 200 languages available. The turnaround time sometimes is between 5 to 10 business days, and we can give you a quote right from our website. The third pillar that we have is senior engagement. We want to make sure that our seniors have fun activities to do, not just 8 to 5, but maybe a cocoa and a canvas. We want to make sure that we are connecting. There's a lot of our folks that maybe are in their 70s and 80s and their families have moved away or their friends have moved away. And so we want to make sure that they have a sense of community and a sense of purpose. And the fourth one is family support services. Raise your hand if you currently have a teenager in your home. This pillar is for you. We have lots of hormones, lots of attitude, and lots of personality happening in our teenage years. And so this is a support to make sure that we have the parents of teenagers coming in, as well as our teens coming in for a parenting class and to have some support. And so with that, we're excited to be able to offer those 4 pillars because we've seen some gaps in services within our community. Never to reinvent the wheel, but to make sure that we're moving that work forward. Our team, I am one of the co-founders for the organization. We were founded last December and we're really getting off the ground right now. We have a fantastic board of directors from DHHS throughout the community, and just very lucky to have folks that are behind us. So who are we? We are just Muskegoneers that want to make sure that we have an inclusive, welcoming environment. And what we hope to accomplish is to make sure that we are providing these services not only to the folks that need it, but to our respective agencies and organizations that also need that support. And what are we seeing? Muskegon County as a whole is changing. I think historically it's been 2 different groups of non-English speakers. We had migrants that started originating here in Muskegon County in the 1940s. Why did it happen in 1940s? We had migrant farm workers coming from Florida and Mexico and Texas for years, but it wasn't until the 1940s when World War II happened that these families were not migratory anymore. They were able to come into the factories right here in Muskegon County and build their roots. They were able to build houses, they were able to work in factories and settle their roots. So we have 3rd, 4th, 5th generations right here in Muskegon County. The second group of folks that we've traditionally had is non-English speaking folks from folks that are undocumented or underdocumented here. And that was primarily the 2 representatives that we had. Within the last couple of years, we've been doing a lot of work with our different local agencies like Reed Muskegon, West Michigan Works, Public Health Muskegon, because the climate is changing. Muskegon is so welcoming that we have 2 new groups that are building their roots here. We've got refugees and we have asylees. It's very difficult for agencies that are not used to those populations because they are able to have different resources that they're able to have. If you're a refugee, for example, you may be able to qualify for food assistance, for Medicaid services, you might be able to apply for a work permit. If you're an asylee, you're basically denouncing your citizenship from your home country and you're waiting to see if you can have citizenship here. What does that mean? Someone might literally be in limbo for 10 years. They can't have a worker's permit, there's not a path to citizenship if they don't get it, and also they can't return to their home country because now they don't have citizenship there either. And those are the conversations that we need to be having here in Muskegon County because this is new territory for us. And when those folks come through our front doors, we need to be able to understand how to treat them and where to send them. And so hopefully with Centro de Esperanza in partnership, we'll be able to help you through that process, as well as teaching you about those different communities and giving you a voice to their stories. All right, so collaboration. If you'd like information, I did bring my business card. If you want to see me after the meeting to make sure that you have our contact information, as well as how to get those documentation translations that are needs for you from our website, you can put it right there. You can email it to us and we can give you a quote, and we can also give you a turnaround time. So that is a little bit about Centro de Esperanza. And now Ana Olson's going to tell you a little bit about Latinos Working for the Future.
Hola, hola todos. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having us today. I am the treasurer of Latinos Working for the Future, and I've been doing this since 2018. We revised our nonprofit. It was created in 1991 by Connie Navarro. You guys gave her many awards, and I'm sure many of you in the room knew who she was. And our mission is to unify and organize the community of Muskegon County, celebrating the culture and increasing awareness and just having a space where people can feel welcome and expressing their individuality and their culture as Latinos. We are focused in three different things, Latinos Working for the Future. We want to create spaces in the community and where all the community can come together and do a loteria night or a mariachi cruise. And another thing that we do is focusing on the youth, right? So we have, as Angelita said, this community that they are now seniors, or they are starting to think going into college, or they might be rethinking what they want to do and what they want to go into careers, and coming from a background where your parents and grandparents never deal with going to college or filling out an application or even how to navigate paying for that. That can be very scary. So we concentrate on students. We did our very first Latino Youth Conference with the help of MCC. On October the 12th, we were blown away. We invited kids from around Muskegon County and even beyond. There were people that came from Hart and from Grand Haven. We had to turn kids out around because we did our capacity of 250 kids that were seniors or they were attending to the different high schools, and we saw a need that we just are there to close the gap, right? We want to introduce them to professionals already. They've been where they are thinking to go through and how they navigate it. And then, each path is different and how that looks for them. It might not be what it was for us, but just giving them that perspective and hope. We also do fun stuff. So we do our Muskegon County Latino Festival. We did our first ones in 2019. We bring about 5,000 people to Hackley Park the second week of September, right after Irish and right before Irish and right after Polish. So we are, every year we try to bring different activities and different aspects of Latino culture to not only expose our community here, but also just to have a way to celebrate. So we love that part. I love it. I love the party. We also are the GAB. They bring scholarships for seniors or people that are in college or even businesses, right? Like what is their needs? We try to bring it once a year now. The grants application should be open next year for kids that are in high school to apply for a scholarship and just give them that leg up that they might need, or just the reason to go to college, right? Like we're going to give you this scholarship, but then you have to go to college. Like, a lot of times the path doesn't look like, they might stay the first year altogether, but just having that experience and maybe going back later or getting a full-time job and then just having that, breaking that barrier, that's where we are, and hopefully we accomplish that within our community. Well, let's connect, right? Latinos Working for the Future is here, but it's only 5 of us that make all of this happen together, right? And that is incredible when you look back and see what we have done. But we are looking to partner with our community. Everything we do is because we have created partnership with organizations and businesses in our community. They help us because all of this not only take time and passion from us, but also takes a lot of money, right? So we want to make sure that we're creating those connections, and being here in this room with you guys today hopefully allow us to do any number of partnerships. We have been able to be talking to Reed Muskegon and to other organizations that we can do activities together, right? Some of the things that you might want to attend coming up is we have an ofrenda. If you go to the Hackley Library, today is Halloween, but for us in 2 more days is Day of the Dead. We celebrate all the people that left us. Sorry. And then the ofrenda that is there is to remember those people that are not with us today. So if you have somebody that you want to remember, bring your photo. We also have in the kids area upstairs another little ofrenda. And then it is just, to celebrate and to give love to the people that are not with us anymore. We're also going to have a loteria night that is famously the best bingo you ever going to be in your life. So we are going to do that also with Hackley Library. And that is coming on November 14th. Don't let me lie, it might be another day, but you guys have flyers, and do not believe what I said, just read what the note said. Also, we are doing an event with the Muskegon Museum of Art on the 14th of November. We are, is an author her book is Sueños en Tapas, Dreams in Tapas. So we are going to bring food. We're going to be able to talk to a Latin author. What does that look like? What was her path? And then maybe, having kids, being part of the Popping program, all these kids, they have this creative writing and just how they can explode that and put it down on paper and how they are materialized to a whole blown book that you go around the country and talk about it, right? So thank you so much for having us today. We have a few minutes if you guys have any questions, but if you don't, that's okay.
Great presentation, thank you. I just wanted to make a notation. This is really not a question, but I just discovered a book written by Connie Navarro and Dan Yates. And if you have not read it, I would recommend it. It talks about how the Spanish Development Group began in Muskegon from the beginning of her time, at least. And I was pleased to give her the Paul Harris Award for her involvement in the Equity and Inclusion Committee at Muskegon Community College.
Thank you very much. If you'd like to read that book, it is available at Hackley Public Library to make sure that you know a little bit about our history. We actually had a Latino projects, if you will. It was called La Vita or La Colonia in Smith Ryerson. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, because that was a wonderful book. You have on your language groups that you're dealing with, we know Spanish, Creole, Haitian, French. Do you have, are the people who are needing these services that are coming in, do they have a base of community here, or are these all sort of first generation to our community?
That's an excellent question, because I had that same exact question. Now, Grand Rapids, I would say, okay, I understand how they get there, but Muskegon, how are we getting folks that are coming from Haiti and are speaking French or Creole or different dialects? How are they coming to Muskegon? And it really is because they have a family member here. They had a family member here that was well received, and they were able to kind of build their roots here, that those folks are coming here to Muskegon. Also, we're welcoming. Reed Muskegon has been giving them lots of programs. West Michigan Works is trying to find them jobs and helping them with their path to citizenship. And so just thinking about those connections that we have here. I would also say that we have a population of Venezuelans and Colombians that are coming to build roots here in Muskegon County. Our Muskegon mission is actually one of the very few missions that will accept anyone, no matter where you're from, where your residency is. And so again, Muskegon has built that welcoming environment, and that's why they're settling roots here.
Quick question for Anna. This is a little off the topic, but La Katrina has been in the plans for a long time. A lot of us are curious how your restaurant on Whitehall Road will be different from Los Amigos.
So if you have connections to a mechanical inspector in the state of Michigan, give it to me right now. I will not say who sent me, but I desperately need to talk to this guy. Either way, that is it's in development. We have some issues getting a hold of somebody that will, give us the thumbs up. So the restaurant is actually done. Everything is ready. We are already in the first stage with the health department, so we just need to do like a mock-up cook for them, make sure that all my things work, and then we'll be able to open. Now, what I want to do with La Katrina was, from the very name, right, to bring a cultural aspect into that restaurant. So I'm not only going to sell Mexican food like I do at Los Amigos, but I want to have Latin food. I want to have empanadas. I want to have arepas. I want to have things that you might not be able to find here in Muskegon County, but they are equally delicious and just kind of expose you to something else. Maybe you love arepas and then you just want to go to Colombia for a trip. It's not actually that expensive. So you guys, I wanted to just bring more of who I am and my culture, and then bring it with food, because, that's how you fall in love first. Oh yeah. Someone can be bad looking, but if they cook good, trust me, you stick with them. That's hard to find.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the great program. Wanted to mention to you that Muskegon Rotary has made a contribution to Shelter Box. It's a disaster relief program that works in concert with Rotary International, and we are treating the contribution as honorariums for our speakers who come and present great programs like you did today. At this time, we have some slides to go through. As I was mentioning to somebody, we got a lot of names that are going to be up on the screen. I was mentioning to Mike and Kim that we might have a quorum up here. Red Star graduates, we do this once a quarter. Thanks to Jenny for creating this slide for us. These are people who have completed their 6 months as new members. Amy James, Scott Rudvoets, Dave Medendorf, Amanda Rupert, Beth Ann Egan, Parker Ertz, Joseph Foley, and Jamie Soa. So all new members who can take the red stars off your badges. I've had people say, I don't want to take it off because so many people are coming up and talking to me as a new member. So that's your option. Next slide, Mike. These are our new members in the last quarter. Tiffany DuPont Novak, Jennifer Fellinger, Patrick O'Brien, Claire Ritter, Remy Schloff, and Jason Smith. So we had a lot of new members coming in, and others are still in the pipeline. Now we'll do the birthday slide. A lot of names up there too. So I won't give you the dates, but you can see them. Timothy Vanderhaar, Roger Spoolman, Brandon Davis, Cece Riley, Bill Erickson, Richard Francisco, Kevin Donovan, and Jennifer Fellinger. I think she was on there twice today. With this, I know some of them are in the room today, so would we all sing a happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. We were a little off key today. It might have been my start. I don't know if I told you this story, but I was in a fraternity in Albion College, and we had Greek Fest every spring, and the fraternities would compete in a song fest. And my senior year, I was allowed to be in it. Our choral director said, have I told you this story? No? Oh, I did. I wasn't allowed to sing, so I could just stand and mouth the words. So we'll have somebody else start them off in the future. Okay. So at this time, we have our Rotarians in action, and we're going to feature Jamie Soas, who's towards the back of the room. She is our Rotaract advisor for Baker College, and we'll have a few words from her.
So my name is Jamie Soa, and I serve as one of the club advisors for the Baker Rotaract Club. In the year, we have hosted 2 blood drives. We have done 2 highway cleanups. The students have also learned how to coordinate a 5K. So we did a fundraiser through the Norton Shores Arts and Dash 5K, and they earned $1,000. We got to have an opportunity this past weekend to volunteer at the Michigan Irish Music Festival, and we worked as the powder room crew. And so essentially we helped to keep the bathrooms stocked up and clean. And it was a really great opportunity because people were so grateful for how clean and how well stocked up the bathrooms were. It's so important to me because it's such a critical time in their life. So I don't know how many people remember being 18 years old. It's really not the easiest time in your life, transitioning from being a high school student to now considered an adult. And so, helping them to transition into, being a young adult, and to instill some leadership skills, that to me is a really important piece of the critical development. I have a favorite show, and it's Hamilton, and I have this lyric that runs through my mind all the time. And the lyric is, "When my time is up, have I done enough?" And so we constantly talk about this as a club of where can we make a big impact being a small group.
Nice job, Jamie, and thank you for the great work that you're doing at Baker College. At this time, I'm going to turn over the podium to Meredith Smiley for a Paul Harris Award.
Thank you, Tim. I just wanted to preface that we do have a Brave Rotarian contest kicking off next week. There are 2 sign-up sheets going around, so I put a little sticky note. Please pass them around so that everybody has an opportunity to participate. So before I get started, please sign up. I will take your money. It's for a great cause, and you too could be up here getting a Paul Harris. In 1957, Rotary International established the Paul Harris Fellow Award to honor Paul Harris, one of the 3 founders of Rotary. Rotary created this eponymous award to express appreciation for the financial support of the humanitarian and educational programs of the Rotary Foundation. This award is one of Rotary's most prestigious honors. Today, we will honor a deserving individual who also dreams good dreams and makes them come true. To help with this presentation, I would like to invite John Gale to come forward and tell us about our honoree, who will join the worldwide ranks of Paul Harris Fellows today.
Good afternoon. I've written a long speech, but this person is worth it, so hang with me here. My name is John Gale. I'm proud to be able to announce the next Paul Harris recipient. This person has dedicated his life for public service. He truly fits the Rotary motto of service above self. He is a Grand Valley University graduate and attended the finest police academy in the state. Go Lakers. His extended education experience includes a list of supervision certifications from Northwestern University, Michigan State University, Michigan Sheriff's Association, and the FBI Academy. He is even a certified firefighter. I can believe that. I think most can already figure out who I'm talking about. He has received countless awards from the state and national organizations, including dozens of traffic awards, one including Traffic is My Life, and also several awards from the governor. There are over 20 of them that I could count. He is considered an expert in traffic safety, in which he has served many years on the governor's traffic safety committee. He has also spoken as an expert at many traffic conferences, tactical conferences, leadership courses, both statewide and nationally. He has even taught courses in other countries such as Kuwait and Qatar. His professional affiliations are numerous, but I will highlight just a few. He is the current president of the Michigan Sheriff's Association as of this week, State of Michigan School Grant Committee, Pioneer Resources Board of Directors, president of the North Muskegon School Board, and has held many chair positions with Drug Free Muskegon, and was the co-founder of both the Muskegon Area Medical Disposal Program and the Muskegon Alcohol Liability Program. As our current sheriff, he has led his police department, or his sheriff department, and corrections department with the finest integrity and professionalism. And a side note, he's up for re-election, so please vote. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. I take that back then. He is the only person in this room that's had a gun to his head at the same time as me, and the only person in this room who entered a building without hesitation with me during an active shooter situation. This is a person I will always trust to have my back, and I will always have his. I'm proud to announce the next Paul Harris winner and my friend Michael Poulin.
This was a really special one for me. I asked John to help get a little revenge on Mike since I engaged Mike to get this award to John just a few months ago. So today, my fellow Rotarians, we move closer to a more peaceful world that's appropriate as Mike Poulin becomes a Paul Harris Fellow. Mike, you are being recognized today as a Paul Harris Fellow in special appreciation for how your life exemplifies the humanitarian and educational objectives of the Rotary Foundation. You were designated to receive this gift by your fellow Rotarians. On behalf of the Rotary Foundation Board of Trustees, you received 3 emblems of a Paul Harris Fellow, a lapel pin, a medallion, and a certificate that states you have been named a Paul Harris Fellow in appreciation of the tangible and significant assistance given for the furtherance of better understanding and friendly relations between peoples of the world. So again, please accept our sincere congratulations and appreciation for your commitment to our shared world understanding and peace goals. Rotarians and friends, please stand again and recognize our newest Paul Harris Fellow in the world, Sheriff Mike Poulin.
And now it's time for announcements. We have a few people that are going to say a few comments, but while they come forward, a note that Rewind will not be meeting tonight. And a special comment, and this is very important, this is our last week at the Lake House, and beginning next week we will be meeting at the Delta. So, come forward, John.
Hi, Rotarians. The people on the slide here on the right, they represent the board of the Michigan Irish Music Festival. Are there any of you in the room today that are on this board? Please stand. Kevin Donovan, anyone else? These are the, Kevin, Mark, I'm here to say thank you. You've been in this for 25 years. And thanks to people like Tom Schaub, Chris Zart, Joe Doyle, Kevin Donovan, Chris Colley, Vanderstelt, and a bunch of others who were in this picture, $5,000 was given to these Interact and the Baker Rotaract Club this year for the work in the powder rooms that Jamie referred to, and I want to thank you publicly. I refer to the powder rooms as a high-class Porta-John oasis. But I want to thank the following Rotarians who, we had 82 volunteers. That's about $60 per person, and we divvied it up by the number of volunteers that each club provided. But Bill Locksterman, Craig Parada, Esther Rico, Doug Wood, Michelle Burley, and Jamie Sawa all came out as mentors for these other volunteers to make this possible. We started in 2019 with $1,800. It went to $25, it went to $3, and this year a 67% increase from $3,000 to $5,000 for taking care of the powder rooms. Now listen, this money goes back in the community. And when I think of what a treasure this organization is, starting in Hackley Park 25 years ago, generating huge revenues for this community and spreading the wealth. I just want Kevin to go back to your board, please, and tell him thank you from a very grateful Rotary Club.
This is a quick heads up. I'm Nancy Crandall. Have been to Honduras a number of times, but I wanted to let you know that there will be a trip to Honduras in February from the 16th to the 22nd. We will be working again with the Chispa project that Sarah Runcimasimika told you about a few weeks ago. building and equipping a library near Tegucigalpa, the capital of Honduras. I hope that some of you may consider going. I know there are some that are interested. Sarah will be here later to give you more details about it. I just wanted to let you know that there is indeed a trip. And Anna, folks can go and have empanadas and see how they compare.
Thank you, Nancy. I'd rather follow up Honduras than Porta Johns. Happy Halloween, fellow Rotarians. My Halloween fright is that the calendar is turning to November, which means it's time to start the community grants process. You have one job as past president, and this is it. Beginning on Thursday, November 7th, the community 501c3 nonprofit organizations will be able to submit a letter of inquiry to begin their grant application process. The organizations are asked to review and follow the guidelines for grant making. This document is available on the Rotary Club of Muskegon website under our club under the drop-down menu. And these letters will be due by Friday, December 13th. And the committee will meet in January to review those letters. And then the nonprofit agencies that are selected will be invited to submit the formal grants. So more to follow. Keep that in mind. Thank you.
Most of you know that our District 6290 Youth Exchange has been put on the map by this club. It's amazing. Our big retreat is coming up in November. I put a note in the rim. We need some food. If you have leftover Halloween candy, the kids love that. And we need 2 big green salads and a fruit bowl. So if you can provide any of that, let me know. And all the info is in the rim.
I'm Tim Lipan. Today I'm representing the Social Committee, and I wanted to give you a quick reminder that our next social event will be November 14th, 5:30 to 7:30 at the Lakeshore Museum Center. The emphasis will be on the dinosaur exhibit, but all the other exhibits will be open for us to review. We'll be the only ones there. We're going to have adult beverages, an adult scavenger hunt, a kids scavenger hunt, and snacks. So you got to sign up, Genius, October 29th. Go back to that. Sign up, please, so we know how much food and booze to buy. But really, this is a family event, so bring your kids, bring your grandkids, and we'll see you November 14th. Thanks, Tim.
While I was putting together lists for the nominating committee of possible candidates for the fiscal 2025-2026 slate of officer and director positions for our annual meeting election, which will take place on in December, I was struck by how many members with a wide variety of perspectives and talents we have in our Muskegon Rotary Club. Also struck by how much the club membership has grown from 170 members to 250 members in a relatively short period of time. That's an increase of about 50%. During that period, the number of board members positions has not increased. I recommended to the board, and the board unanimously approved at our October meeting, that we recommend to the club members to vote to amend the bylaws to increase the number of director positions by 2 additional directors. We believe by increasing the number of board members, board directors, we will increase the opportunity of the board to be more representative of the club membership. So as provided in the club runner email sent earlier this week on Monday, October the 28th, we will hold a member vote at our lunch meeting on Thursday, November the 7th, for this proposal. We sincerely appreciate your support on this proposal that day. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to turn over the raffle to Emma Peterson. And she looks like she's still counting the money back there. No. Oh, we have a rookie. Be kind. $519. Ooh. We have a winner here in the front. $583. Wow. Something's happening at this front table here. 580. 580. $590. 590. There we go. Our guest today, Chad. So next week's program will be welcoming our inbound students. At this time, please rise to recite the four-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will be beneficial to all concerned. So with that, we are adjourned.